Once again welcome student. In our previous video we have discussed about raster data and their characteristics from our topic GIS data structure. In this video we are going to discuss some part of raster data structure, that is quadratary tessellation and vector data and their characteristics. Quadratary tessellation. A more elegant tessellation is the quadratary, in which the geographical area is decomposed into 4 equal quadrants and the decomposition continues till each quad represent a homogeneous unit. Okay. The number of the times the decomposition process may be applied, known as the resolution of decomposition, may either be fixed or purely determined by the unit input data. The storage requirement of quadratary is much lower than that of the raster, having the resolution of the smallest quad element. The tessellation into quad result in a tree which each node represent represented by 4 subnodes, and thus the name quadratary is given. Quadratary variant for representing areas, line and point have been designed to represent polygon features, line features and point features. Vector data model. In the second and more intensively developed approach to a information integration. Attribute information is associated with point, line and polygons, spatial entities that describes feature occurring in the real world. Thus, for example, a point features such as city may have associated with it such items of information as its total population, a number of houses, number of schools and so on. Similarly, a linear feature such as river might have associated with it such information as name, mean discharge, etc. A polygonal feature such as land use category might be linked to information describing its use, past land use, its soil type and so forth. So, vector data model treat phenomena as a set of primitives and compose spatial entities. In 2D models, that is 2-dimensional model, the primitive entities are point, line and area entities. The vector data structure represent each geographical features by a set of coordinates. So, vector as xy coordinates define point, line and polygons. The basic premise of vector based structure is to define 2-dimensional space where coordinates on the 2 axes represents features. Generally, representing point and line is straightforward. Points are characterized by a xy coordinates pair and line by a sets of xy coordinates pair with a specific beginning and ending vector. However, representing polygon in a vector storage possesses a challenge. The 3 vector structures used in GIS, that is Geographical Information System, for the storage of point, line and areas are point entities, line entities and area entities. Talking about point entities can be considered to embrace all geographical and graphical entities that are positioned by a single xy coordinate pair. Besides the xy coordinates, other data must be stored to indicate what kind of point it is or as the other information associated with it. Then line entities can be defined as all linear features built up of straight line segment made up of two or more coordinates. The simplest line required the storage of a begin point and the end point, that is two xy coordinate pairs plus a possible record indicating the display symbols to be used. Then area entities, there are several ways of vector structures possible for structuring polygon. The simplest way to represent a polygon is the spaghetti representation, which is nothing but an extension of the simple chain, that is to represent each polygon as a set of xy coordinates on the boundary, that is the polygon are discretized to the concept of line representation and are characterized by a set of xy coordinates pair, but have the same vector as the beginning and the ending vector, that is representing the self closing line as a polygon. Now let us see some advantages and disadvantages of vector. Advantages of vector data model are a good representation of phenomenological data structure. The data is compact, topology can be completely described with network linkages, then accurate graphics is present in the vector data, important retrieval, updating and generalization of graphics and attributes are possible in vector data model. So these are few important aspects of vector data model. Now let us see a few disadvantages of vector data model. First of all, complex data structure. Vector data is very complex. The combination of several vector polygon maps or a polygon and a raster maps through overlaps create difficulties. Means if we are overlapping a raster and vector together, there can be a difficulties in adjusting the cell and lines or entities. Stimulation is difficult because each unit has a different topological form. Means each and every point of vector data is having a different types of stimulation. So it is very difficult in vector data model. Then display and plotting can be expensive as it takes a huge amount of time, particularly for high quality color and cross hatching. Then the technology is expensive, particularly for the more sophisticated softwares and hardware. Spatial analysis and filterings within a polygon are impossible. So these were the description about vector data model, then quadrate tessellation, as well as we have seen the advantages. We have talked about disadvantages of vector data model. So in the previous video we have discussed about raster data and their characteristics. In this video we have talked about vector data and their characteristics. Thank you.